Welcome to the Bait Tank, where if it's fishing, we'll talk about it. Whether it's gear, techniques, stories, or the health of our waterways, nothing's off the hook. So grab your rod, sit back, and let's dive in.
Hey y'all, welcome back to season 2 of the Bait Tank video podcast. My name is Anthony with the Extra Outdoors. Sam is with me today to do this intro. We are here to talk about some upcoming changes with the show.
All right, so basically, I do not have a tripod, so I'm using a candle for a tripod. Perfect. Yeah, candle pod, if you will. Yes, thank you.
Trademark the Bait Tank, candle pod.
Dude, I'm trying to rig something up here. It's not working now.
Well, that's not good.
Wait. I think I got something. Oh, yes. AR-15 magazines also work for a tripod and a pinch with a candle. So the reason I have those is because I was relieving the tension on the springs, and I'm lazy, and then I go back downstairs.
All right.
Kind of boils it down. All right, so basically what's happening this season is we both have lives, or well, all three of us have lives. So unfortunately, Zach is not here. He's saving some fish somewhere because he can't catch any fish. So inadvertently, he's saving some fish.
Tomato fishing, catching fish, saving fish. It's all the same thing, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it really is. He's doing work.
Like you were saying, we all have lives, so the whole trying to live stream it thing just wasn't working anymore. It was not feasible this year, so we are just straight up doing it regular old school style. Still a video podcast. You're going to see everything. We will actually have access to the raw full bloopers, so it's almost like a live stream, but you'll have to download that later if you want it. But the idea is that we can do these post-production shows, actually give you the full hour worth of content that we promised and talked about, actually be able to cover the subject thoroughly, have show notes. If we forget something, we can go back and record it. That way you guys actually get the whole spiel without missing pieces.
Yeah, because one of us is already missing some pieces, and it sucks.
For those who didn't catch that or are new to the show, Sam is missing a leg, so there's a very low-key inside joke about his leg. So, yes, Sam is missing some pieces, but we're all
some
here.
Assembly required, if you will.
Just like this show, man, just like this show. But regardless, like I said, we're doing it this way so you guys can get the whole shebang. It's going to be a little bit different. Hopefully be a little better audio. I know some of the biggest complaints were some of the echoes on some of the cell phone recordings. But also the one episode, I'm pretty sure one of us was snoring in that episode because we were struggling so hard to stay awake that late with us having the work schedules we had and everything. So like I said, it's supposed to be a quality of life upgrade for everybody. Hopefully it works out for you guys. If it does, please let us know. We would love the feedback. For those coming in back from that last season, thank you for coming in. We're so glad to have you back. We're excited. This new change allows us to cover some extra topics, bring in more guests. We already have a whole list of people coming in this year, including some fisheries biologists, some wildlife management individuals, a guy that worked at a hatchery. There's a guy who's a organization leader. Well, actually, there's a couple of guys that are organization leaders, but one in particular for a very large organization, one for a very large organization and one for a smaller one that's very specific. But I think you guys will find it interesting, especially for those who are interested in some of the non-conventional fish species that we have available to us to fish for here in the States. So
I haven't heard about that, by the way. So you're going to have to fill me in on what exactly we're doing. Or is it the one that...
It's so top secret that I'm not going to tell you till I have it. I'm just kidding. For the sake of not spoiling the episode...
Yeah, you can edit it out.
Well, sure, but it's an organization based out of Minnesota dealing with native fish. I would put it that way. If you guys can figure it out, let us know in the comments. If not, you'll find out on the episode. I'm looking forward to it. These guys have been putting a lot of work into helping protect certain species of fish and bring to the light some of the things that we've been doing to damage that particular set of habitat for those fish. They've been doing a lot of work, and it's going to be good. But just like anything else, it takes time. So another change this year because of this and having so many people and so many topics, we're actually going to try to put out more episodes than before. Before we aim for 2 a month, every other week. We're actually going to try to do more, and maybe even to the point where we can maybe do 1 a week, be like a full regular podcast. So
yeah, and if we only have an hour in between or something like that, because he's got a kid, he's got a job, I have a job, and I have a dog, so it's basically the same thing. If anything, It's more responsibility having a dog, because if you're kid bites somebody, it's cute. My dog bites somebody, I got to put her down.
That's
So
true.
there's that. Yeah. It's no longer cute, especially with the Saint Bernard. Everybody saw Beethoven, or Cujo, not Beethoven. Beethoven was a good movie.
Sure.
Screw the doctor. That guy deserved to get shot.
Oof.
Why happened to the doctor in Beethoven? Didn't he get mauled by all the dogs in the cages?
I don't know, and I don't remember.
You can keep that in there. It's just a little love burp. 5 hours later. All right.
Well, you just got off work, so
not wrong.
So you might
remember that one time you filmed one of our first podcasts at the Taco Bell parking lot, and I was making fun of you because of your weight beforehand, and then you proved my point. I was like, man,
I was dedicated. I was there.
You were there.
All right,
you were there.
But unfortunately, that level of dedication is not available anymore. So again, post production, we can film episodes when we got time, actually make it work. Hopefully, put out more episodes. And for some of y'all were asking, hey, how can we help the show? How can we give a little extra other than just watching? We now have a Patreon for the show as well. All it's going to do is help cover, one, to get Zach a better microphone, because that was one of the rougher complaints was his microphone. Stuff like
that. A tripod
for Sam, because AR-15 magazines aren't cutting it.
Hey, no, I wish if I wasn't using my phone as a webcam, I would show you. I have a little stretch ball right here holding the magazine so it doesn't slide forward.
Yeah.
And my phone is propped up on the screen. So, it worked.
Hashtag get Sam a tripod.
I feel like there's a joke there somewhere.
It's isn't it you started moving, right? We're putting a hashtag in front of it. Hashtag get Sam a tripod. That's the joke.
I could use one of my old legs or something like that and just duct tape.
Now that's an idea.
Yeah.
You got an extra one laying around, don't you?
I do actually.
Don't tell Shana that. If Shana finds out she doesn't want to collect it.
No, she can't have the foot. The foot's $30,000.
Holy smokes!
No, dude. Jeez. This setup is $45,000. The one that I'm working on or walking on, and then I have one that I just got, but I had an accident a couple weeks ago that I can't use because I fell getting the leg adjusted. Oddly enough, I fell in the prosthetic parking lot, and father-in-law's calling me.
Do you need to answer that? We can pause for a second.
No, it's fine. I already hit the ignore. There might be a little gap in there because it did say resume recording.
There we go. Cool.
But shoot, what was I gonna say?
You were talking about your leg accident, yeah.
Yeah, there was one icy spot on the sidewalk, and I found it and just slipped, fell, landed on my ass. Hurts, of course. I landed on my leg, my prosthetic. So I thought I broke it. Because it was in place of a business, we had to call 911, and I'm my heart rate was through the roof. So they're yeah, we're gonna give you fentanyl, and my first reaction was oh no, I'm gonna OD, because it kind of has a reputation of doing that. But yeah, I can't fit in my new leg. My new leg is over $70,000.
I got you. Well, for those at home, we were talking about the Patreon, so let's. Oops, hang on. Where'd it go? There it is. There we go. Bait Tank Podcast, Patreon. Got 3 tiers, normal stuff. Like I said, this is just helping us out with gear and expensive for some software, stuff like that, nothing crazy. And then, in fact, if you're really feeling froggy, you can actually pick a topic for our show. So, fun stuff. Not necessarily a thing that everybody needs to know or wants to do. I'd rather everybody knew about it, but not everybody wants to know about it, right? It's there. It's available for anybody who's interested. And so like I said, change of style. We're gonna do a regular podcast. It's gonna go out published. We're gonna publish it out early, at least a week early. We're gonna publish it out to the public on the date specified. If you are a member of the Patreon, you'll get access to it a week early. You'll also get access to the raw and uncut footage. Obviously, we're gonna edit it some and make it ready for the regular stuff. But if you're interested in the raw and uncut, hearing all the goofy stuff, all the mess ups, all the random shenanigans that go down rabbit holes that do not make sense and aren't relevant. Again, another small complaint about the podcast so far, right? That will be available still for those who are interested in that part. That's what we got going on.
Kind of my specialty is derailing the podcast or the videos.
So if you like more Sam, consider the Patreon.
Should I tell them about the OnlyFans, aka Only Stumps?
No, probably not.
Yeah.
No,
I was asked repetitively by everybody I talked to, please don't do that. It's funny, but don't do that. I was no, I wouldn't do that. But it is pretty funny.
It is pretty funny. However, with that being said, this is just an introductory episode. Talk about season 2. We're glad to be here. These are the changes. If you didn't catch us before, we've covered several topics, including there was one point we were doing 2 topics a show where we did like talk about spinner baits and we talked about white bass fishing. We talked about chatterbaits with Modog. We talked about jug fishing with Randy and Lisa Swain and their different take on jug fishing. We've done several different episodes about species. We've done several episodes about topics as well, like waterway health, how to avoid toxins while you're eating fish, all that good stuff. So this show, basically, the new quote for the show, the slogan we're going to go with is, if it's fishing, we'll talk about it. And we got all kinds of new topics lined up. I've been working on the list of it lately, today actually, for that matter. Where'd it go? Here it is. We got all kinds of stuff. We got influencing state regulations, species protection and action. We got fly fishing for bigmouth buffalo and bowfin, multiple subjects around fisheries management. Again, with some minor species of fish that we don't think about, get overlooked. Ancient dinosaur fish, taking kids fishing. I mean, we got tons of stuff coming up. You know, what's the good, what's the bad, how to make it better. What's the ugly, exactly? I mean, we're here. If it's about fishing, we're gonna talk about it, and that's the whole point of it. Long story short, we're back doing it differently. Patreon's available for those that want it. See y'all on the next episode.